Yes, it is possible to go from Portugal to Vietnam by train. I watch many blogs, YouTube channels, websites, and some posts on Instagram and Facebook about this topic. At first, I was super excited to know more about this fact, but then I started noticing some weird things. A lot of people are referring to it as the longest train ride possible, unidirectionally, let's say like this. Today, geographers of the world, I will explore and analyze this supposed longest range ride on Earth. I hope you like it. So, every post I saw had the same beginning, Porto in Portugal, and the same end, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, passing throughout several countries including Spain, France, Belgium, Germany, Poland, Belarus, Russia, Mongolia, and China. First of all, let's see the exact way this trip goes. So, we have to leave Porto until Coimbra in the center of Portugal. From here, we'll pass the interior of Portugal, passing the border with Spain here in Vilar de Formoso. And then you will only stop in Hendaye, already in France. From Hendaye, we'll connect then to Paris. Here it is possible to continue our journey to Germany, passing through Belgium. In the German city of Cologne, you'll connect to Warsaw in Poland, and right after you'll connect to the motherland Russia in Moscow, cutting completely through Belarus midway. From Moscow, you'll take the train that connects the capital of this whole Soviet country and the capital of China, Beijing. The way here passes mostly through Russia, but then you'll need to pass by Mongolia to reach China. From Beijing, then you can go to Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. But the journey, like I said, only ends in Ho Chi Minh City, in the southern part of Vietnam, after a transfer in the Vietnamese capital. Just by looking at the map, this ride seems pretty accurate. But is it 100% accurate? Can you consider it a completely train ride? Well, in my opinion it isn't, and I will explain why. As I told you, the train ride is supposed to start here, more precisely at Campanha station. And our train hasn't even moved yet, and I already found a problem. First of all, why Porto, and why this train station? You could simply take the train in some metro station, right in the heart of Porto, that will pass in Campanha and continue our journey till a second stop, Coimbra, without changing trains. But why even start in Porto and not Lisbon or the Algarve, in the south of Portugal? It will still be a unidirectional ride, and it will add several kilometers to the trip. Okay, moving on to Coimbra. The websites are constantly saying that the train will move from here, passing by the interior of Portugal until Hendaye, France, cutting completely through Spain. Alright, you can go from Coimbra to this French town, but you need to change the train on the border right before Spain, because only trains that depart in Lisbon pass the border. I think this is another reason to confirm my first point, why not start in Lisbon or the Algarve. In Hendaye I found another problem. Well, it's actually more a question. Do the trains from Portugal and Spain pass the border till Hendaye? While digging through the internet I saw some posts saying that you have to get off the train in Idun, Spain, pass the border in a kind of metro or small train compartment, and only then you'll be in Hendaye. Why this problem? Simply because Portugal and Spain don't share the same width of tracks than the rest of Europe, or most of it. Historically and shortly, it was a way for Spain to avoid being invaded by France by train, but these characteristics were maintained until today. At least for original trains, because through high-speed routes you can connect Madrid and Barcelona to Paris, without dealing with this problem. So okay, we are in Hendaye, we've passed several problems, but to keep ourselves interested in the journey. So let's go to Paris Montparnasse, this time without any major problem. But in Paris we need to change trains in order to continue. Well, actually not only train, but also train station. For that, it is necessary to take a 20-minute metro ride to Paris North. Can you even consider this as a train? Or even include it in the largest train ride in the world? I guess this one I leave to your criteria. In Paris North, we take the train to Cologne, a 3.5-hour ride, seemingly with no problems at all. But what about our next way to Warsaw? For what I could understand, a direct trip from a city to another isn't possible. You have to make a train transfer in Berlin, but this is another small problem in our journey, so let's keep going on. In Warsaw, the next train we ride is to Moscow, passing by Belarus. A lot of hours later, we finally be in the capital of Russia, where we need to take our next train and longest part of our journey, the Moscow-Beijing train. More specifically, we'll take the Trans-Siberian train, one of the most beautiful train rides in the world. In this trip, we will also pass by Mongolia before entering China. In here, I also found no problem. Usually this is a weekly trip that occurs every Thursday. If any of you ever made this Trans-Siberian trip or part of it, Let me know in the comments because it is an amazing experience to share with the others. Alright, we are in China now and we're heading to Vietnam. To do that we take the train in Beijing, but apparently you can't go directly to Hanoi. First we do the direct route to Nanning in southern China, close to the border. Only here, and after a transfer, it will be possible for us to take another train to Hanoi. After passing the border we finally arrive to the Vietnamese capital. Probably tired but excited because our trip is coming to an end. We know we'll be entering our last transfer to our final destination, Ho Chi Minh City, in southern Vietnam. We enter, we are finally celebrating in our heads, appreciating our final moments and beautiful natural landscapes. The train stops, and we get off the train. We have fulfilled one of our dreams, even knowing this train ride was not totally a train ride, and it could have been even longer right in the beginning. Did you like my analysis about the supposedly largest train ride in the world? Also tell me if you would like to do this trip, or at least part of it. Before the video ends, I just want to tell you that in the recent future, it might be possible to go from China to Thailand by train. So maybe we have to reconsider this train ride as the longest. Thank you geographers of the world for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like. We know all your support is very important. See you in the next top geographers of the world.